just saying that a lot of people are going to look a little stupid when this guy has just hit 70 odd in a final of such a big tournament
with equal number of sixes that the entire Delhi team hit.
And he's 20 days later they're going to be playing they're going to be playing T20 matches, and he's not in that team. I mean, I just cannot I can't wrap my head around it. There are lots of books out here. I've tried to sort of take them out and figure out what it is. Doesn't work.
Michael's going to pick up that stump anytime now.
Yeah, and this is not picking on Virat Kohli at all. He's one of my favourite players of all time. But I honestly believe that the Indian team would be better off in T20 cricket being led by Rohit Sharma. And the reason I say this is that Virat Kohli is superhuman. But by giving away one aspect of the captaincy, will free him up to be the 50-over leader and the Test match leader. You're seeing across the globe that there's many countries that, Joe Root captains the Test team in England, Owen Morgan captains the white ball team, Aaron Finch in Australia, Tim Payne the Test team. It's such a hard world that these players are playing day in, day out, that I honestly think for Virat as well, it would be better for him to just step aside in T20 cricket, just bat and play and enjoy it, and let Rohit Sharma take the leadership. It's not an admittance of failure. It's just what's best for the Indian cricket team. And I honestly believe that it would be a better team of winning the T20 World Cup next year with Rohit Sharma as the leader. He knows how to win the big tournaments. He's a wonderful player, and it would just give Virat Kohli a chance to just step back and assess it just as a player. I just honestly think that would be a better kind of setup for the Indian cricket team. It won't happen. And I'll probably get criticised for saying that, because you can't really and it's not criticising Virat Kohli, it's trying to find out the best formula for what's right for Indian cricket. And I honestly believe that Rohit Sharma is the best T20 captain in India.
I mean, here's the thing, you're not pulling one out of the hat, it's what the facts tell you, right? I mean, the fact is that teams are doing it, Australia is doing it, England is doing it, West Indies does it. West Indies also has different captains for their T20. But the thing is that he's won 5 trophies now. 5 out of a tournament that's 13 years old. I don't think he's played all 13. Obviously, he came in, I think it's the second.
He plays all 13.
He's played all 13. 5. He's won 5 as captain for Mumbai, which is absolutely bizarre because he's captained it for, I think, 8 or 9 years. And so what you say, Michael, makes sense, because that's a phenomenal success rate. 8 years as captain, he's won 5 titles.
Not only that, in 13 years, he's won 6 titles. Yeah, he's won 1 more with the Deccan Chargers. Well. And he had a substantial part to play in its success. He even managed to get a hat-trick. He's done so many things with so many ways. And that's the thing about Rohit. There was this interview with Jemima and Smriti Mandhana, and he was talking about it. And one of the reasons why he is so good with his players, with younger kids, with people like Surya Kumar and Nishank, is that he basically was the hot shot in 2006-07 onwards. The next big thing was Rohit. He was talked about the way people talk about Prithvi Shaw now. Yeah. But he made his Test debut all the way in 2013. He played one-day cricket, but he didn't play that 2011. He had his chances, he missed his chances. People would talk about promise not being delivered. So he said in that interview, I know what it is like to not be able to make it. So his understanding of what the so-called fringe player, a lot of superstars find it very difficult to put themselves in the mind of players not as good as them. Sachin suffered from this, Jacques Kallis. It's very difficult for them to understand why can't this guy do this? Rohit understood, because very often he had chances and he couldn't make good with them. So his attitude with players who can't make it, he's so kind, so empathetic. It's amazing.
Yeah, I've seen it. Joy, you're absolutely right. Literally, with all the youngsters in the team, he's friends. And I guess Michael will tell us as well, it's very difficult for, sometimes when you're a senior cricketer and you've got so much happening, you're a captain of a franchise, you've got so many pressures, you've got a young family, you've got endorsements, you've got businesses. It becomes difficult to just physically take out time to do that for the youngsters in the team, right? So I think, Michael, as a captain, you'd say that that's really, really important what he does with the youngsters.
Yeah, I mean, the art of leadership for me in terms of cricket, because you have to play, you've got to make sure that your standard is up to obviously being in the team, but the art of it is dealing with people. So much talk of captaincies about tactics and bowling changes, field setting. It's how you manage people. and it's understanding the people that you're managing. And for me, look, Virat does a tremendous job in Test cricket. He's an energizer. He's buzzy. Yeah. He's been a difference for Indian Test match cricket. 50-over cricket, you know, it's here or there. I think he's made some mistakes with the team that he's had. I don't think he's done well enough in World Cups. In T20 cricket, I just look from, you know, I'm from an outside perspective. I'm looking from England, and I'm looking at Rohit Sharma, the trophies that he's won, where he's won them, where's the next T20 World Cup? It's in India. Hopefully it will be on the shore of India as well. It won't be played in the UAE. I really hope the world back to a place where it can be played in India. Why wouldn't you want someone that knows how to win in India in T20 cricket, captaining the side? And also, you want Virat Kohli to play for a long, long time. And by taking one aspect of the leadership job away from him, it just gives him, and it's not a long time actually, the T20 international captaincy, they don't play a great deal of it other than World Cups when it's an intensive 6 weeks. Other than that, they play 2 games here, 2 games there. So you're actually not leading a great deal. And by Virat just giving away just one aspect of that leadership, it might give him an extra 2 years of playing at the end of his career. You know, captaincy, 12 months of the year, throughout every format, and the IPL, it's difficult. It's I would say near on impossible to stay on it day in, day out, managing all the different people, you know, that you have to manage, whether it's with the Royal Challengers, all the different format teams. By just giving up one aspect, I think it'd give India a better chance of winning next year's T20 World Cup.